What's going on, everyone? This is Cloud9 Trades here, and today we're going to be going over the DWM levels, also known as the daily, weekly, monthly levels. So, these levels are widely recognized and traded by both retail and institutional traders, so you should definitely always have these levels on your chart. Each of the daily, weekly, and monthly levels will be charted on its respective time frame. So, daily levels will be charted on the daily time frame, weekly time frame, and the monthly time frame. And it's pretty simple to do. All you need to do is see where you have both a green and red candle next to each other that have an open and close at the same level. For example, you'll have a green candle followed by a red candle, and you'll look to see either where the green candle opens and the red candle closes, and that will be the daily, weekly, or monthly level that you need to chart. And once the level has been tested, it is then less likely to serve as a level of support or resistance. And I will show you what I mean as we chart those levels out. So this is the monthly time frame. It's always easiest to go from the highest time frame down to the lowest time frame, because on the higher time frames you're going to have a lot less levels to look at, and then it just gets easier to map everything out. So I like to use the horizontal ray magnets, and let's see. So we have a potential monthly level here. You can see here, which is what I was referring to, where if a level is tested, I no longer see it as a strong level of support or resistance. So this level has been tested. Therefore, for me, I like to take it off of my chart. However, you are still able to keep it on your chart because it could act as support or resistance again. It's just not as likely. And for me, I like to keep my charts clean when I am trading. So I would either, put that into a separate group in the object tree and hide it, or I would just take it off my chart. But that's just me. And one thing that you can also do as well is right click, go to settings, and then you can edit it to however you want it to look. So you can change your color, the text, you can change the text color as well, and then label it monthly. And then you can go to your template and then save it, type in monthly, and then there you go. So for me, this is what my monthly level looks like. Okay, and then you can just copy and paste this. It's easier than pulling back out this indicator and then clicking it out. Here you can see that we have this level here untapped, so this is valid to me. And then you have this level here as well. I don't expect us to get down to these levels, but it is nice to have them on your chart for, in that case that we do go down to those levels, you already have everything mapped out. Alright, so that's monthly. Let's go to the weekly now. Here, if this weekly candle closes where it's at or just below its open, then this will be a valid weekly level. For now though, we don't need to map it out. Let's go here. And if you have three candles like this, where it's not just one red, one green, but you have two greens and one red, or two reds and one green, this is also valid. You can see it's sort of like a pivot point here before you continue up. So this is valid as long as it hasn't been tested since that level was formed. I hope that makes sense. Just let me know. Message me in the Discord or DM me if you need more help with that. Alright, so that's that level. And as you chart out these levels more often, it gets a lot easier to identify them. I know at first it can be a little bit difficult to do it, but it becomes almost second nature at some point in your process of learning how to trade and chart and analyze and everything. As I mentioned, as we get to the lower time frames, from the monthly to the weekly to the daily, there are going to be more levels to look at simply because there are more candlesticks. So I'm not gonna chart out all of the daily levels just because there's gonna be too many, but you're free to do so. And if you want to use that as a way to practice, screenshot it, let me know if you're right. I'm more than happy to check that out for you. So here we are at the daily time frame. One right up there. That is the three candlestick level that I was referring to with the weekly. You see it here on the daily as well. Very valid level. see that this level was flatlined, which has been happening quite often. I'll probably only do the dailies down to around 50k. That way you guys have room to practice and I can provide guidance and advice where I can and where you need me. Alright, so those are all the levels. These are all levels of support and resistance, so as you approach them, if you do have other levels of confluence, you can expect them to support or serve as some level of support or resistance, and you can also look to it as sort of like a failed auction type of scenario, where at first, let's go down to lower time frames, you may come up to that level or come down in this case and just kind of wick through it and then come back up and back test it. That's similar to an actual failed auction where, or sorry, a liquidity grab failed auction where you have a wick here, you come down below, back test it, head back up. It's the same concept really. If this were to happen like this, that would have been a failed auction from this liquidity zone. However, this is similar in the sense that, you know, you come down, head back up, back test it, and then head back up. And I think that's it. If there's anything else that I feel like I need to add, I will either make another video or I will just add this in the comments under the video in the Discord server. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Hope you have a great day. Cheers.